I can pop some cheese and go back, though. I think we still got a few hours. I lost 3,303 items. No. That's even more annoying. I will have to pay to get that back. Hello everybody, Defense here, and welcome back to Berryville Farm here in Stardew Valley. We have a couple of things to get to today. One of them, obviously, daily chores, but hopefully by the end of this episode, we will have our greenhouse completed. Along with getting that greenhouse up and going, I want to get the dwarf scrolls, just the last two, and they'll be pretty easy because it does kind of work along with our quest to complete some of our Slayer tasks. So we're going to work towards the pair of those today. We're going to get dwarf scroll 3 and 4, hopefully, taking out some dust sprites and then slimes later on. So let me get some chores done, and ooh, actually we've got some mail. I already know what this is actually because I remember from the end of last episode. This is $40,000. Dear D, enclosed is a portion of the funding we were recently awarded by the Regional Secretary of Artifacts. Thanks to your generous donations, the museum has become a major contributor to ongoing efforts to conserve Ferngill's cultural heritage. I hope these funds provide assistance in your future adventures. Gunther. 40,000 gold enclosed. It's a big envelope. But yeah, let me get this stuff together. We've got some chores to do before we head on over to the mines and get started today. Before we go down and take care of some of the little critters, we're going to upgrade our stuff real quick here just to make this a little bit easier. So right now I've been running the Yeti Tooth, which is a pretty decent sword. It's level 7, 26 to 42 damage, plus 4 defense, plus 10 crit power, along with the Wicked Chris, which honestly its right hand attack is the main reason I use it. But I think we're just going to spend a little bit of money since we just got the 40 grand. And I am going to get the lava katana. We don't actually need the lava katana because we are already pretty close to getting our next... well, honestly, getting the prismatic shard is our next step. And once we get that, we'll be able to work towards the next sword. But for now, I just want to run this just because it's going to make... not this floor, but the other floors a little bit easier to run through. So on this floor, we're just going to be over here one-hitting a bunch of dust sprites until we get a dwarf scroll. I've also been told that you can mine the floor. I've never gotten it this way, but people say if you mine the floor, you can also get the dwarf scrolls. So I'm going to try that out here and there. I'm not going to go nuts with it. If I find a spot that looks kind of nice to do it, we'll take a look. Alright, I'm going to go with you cannot get it from tilling. Because I've done almost, well, I shouldn't say, I've done about half of this. And I haven't gotten any artifacts at all. I've got, well, actually, take that back. I got the skeletal tail. So I'm not going to do any of the tilling. I have heard people say they've gotten the different ones from tilling. I don't remember specifically which ones, but I know it's the reliable way is to pop some mobs. So we're going to keep on that track there, and we'll see what we can get. Well, the day wasn't a complete bust. I did level up my combat, which is nice. But yeah, no dwarf scroll. I know I can still continue to get it going down. We are looking pretty late, though, so we might end up calling today a bust when it comes to getting the scroll. I also just remembered in the prior episode we got Grandpa's shed. So we'll have to take a look at that. Probably tomorrow we'll probably throw some items down. One of them being the ancient fruit seed that we have to go pick up from Gunther. But we got a 16 coal, 12 copper, 97 iron, and a gold bar. So those items there make me pretty happy. Alright, so for that, we got the Ring of Yoba, the Thorns Ring, and something I've never seen before, the Armor Elixir. I don't know if that is 1.6 or if that is expanded. But we'll take a look at that recipe tomorrow, see if that's useful. 3,500, that's a little bit of a good add-on for the day. Pays for close to a fifth of our sword. Spreading weeds have caused damage. Oh, rainy day. Oh, I think I just saw one of our pumpkins is done. Is that right? Yeah, pumpkin. Alright, so we'll be able to get a few things done today. One of them being getting our pumpkin done. Which means by tomorrow we'll have our greenhouse done. I just noticed I missed a Queen of the Sauce as well. Greetings, it is I, the Queen of Sauce, here to teach you a new mouth-watering recipe from my secret cookbook. This week's dish, trout soup. There's something about fresh-caught trout that just gets me buzzing. Maybe it's the subtle taste of the river. At any rate, I've got a wonderful trout soup recipe to share with you today. I learned how to make trout soup. Let's head on over to the that was weird. I thought my game crashed for a second. It flashed. We'll ignore that. Hey, look, 2 copper in the trash. That's not where... Oh, actually, no. So we didn't end up having any new artifacts for our good buddy Gunther. Excuse me, Caroline. We do, however, have to grab our ancient seed and our ancient seed recipe. Because I forgot about that. She's right there, so I can't check that. But yeah, we're going to hit the community center, and then we will head back on over to the mines. And there we go. Bundle complete. A bee house. That's a pretty nice gift there. I'm pretty happy about that. We're happy to help. It's not our house after all. And there we go. Our little section is all complete over there. This will probably be our next one down here, unless I can find a pufferfish before winter. Hello, good buddy. Hey, little green man. Hey, there we go. Dwarf Scroll 2. Downside is I want to keep farming these guys, but we're going to have to move on because the next scroll is down, I think, floor 80 and below, coming from more often the slimes. Oh, actually, no. I need Dwarf Scroll 3. This is Dwarf Scroll 2. Boo. I just noticed that. I was like, hold on, there's something wrong here. Back to the grind. There we go. Ha! Can't trick me this time. Dwarf Scroll 3. They just wanted to get my hopes up. I know how they work. Alright, let's move down to floor 80. Oh, that was dummy. I wasn't paying attention to my health. I've just been rolling through everything on the prior floors. Didn't even think about it. Boo. I can pop some cheese and go back, though. I think we still got a few hours. I lost 3,303 items. No! That's even more annoying. I will have to pay to get that back. Boo. I couldn't have lost anything else. Pretty much the only 2 items I wanted to keep were the gold. Actually, 3 items. The gold, my seed, and that scroll. They could have had anything else they wanted. It's all I wanted. Boo. Here we go. Oh, and all my pumpkins are ready. A raccoon! Sorry, buddy. I know, you were probably having a nice little live in there. Oh, and we leveled up fishing. I didn't know that. Level 8 fishing. We got a deluxe worm bin, a dress spinner, and a barbed hook. I really don't fish anymore. I know I did I think last episode I did a little bit of fishing just to catch up, but it's really just my crab pots bringing in supplemental XP. Dear D, I just want to remind you that the Stardew Valley Fair is happening tomorrow. Don't forget to bring your 9 items for the Grange display. Remember, the fair starts at 9 a.m. in the town square. See you there. Alright, there we go. We got those planted. For the start, I'm just going to do ancient fruit. Is going to focus more around this one, and the coffee will focus more around this one. I'm going to eventually split them. I'll do coffee in one and ancient fruit in the other. Let's head on in to the mines once again. The first stop is down here to have them go and find that for me. And in my add and recovery services, dwarf scroll one. Oh, it's only 1 gold. That's actually not terrible. I would have paid a lot more than 1 gold, if I am honest. We did a fair bit. I think we did 60-ish dust sprites. So now we're going to be killing mainly slimes and some void spirits. Oh, come on. It's midnight. This would have been the floor to have found hours ago. I got a mining book, which I don't need. Actually, I might need it because I don't know if I've read it yet. I haven't read it yet. Not that I needed the XP, but... majority of our chores are done. We're going to grab up our 9 items. Obviously, this probably isn't the max or anything fancy. Oh, I still have to wait. It's not anything wild or anything like that. We've just got a few different items here. Iridium for qualities where I could. Gold Star Pumpkin, because that's the highest I've got. Iridium Bar. Blue Moon Wine. And here we are at... Oh, there we go. It froze. Here we are at the fair. I like the addition that they have here. We get a couple extra stalls, which I think is a really cool idea. I think it does add a little bit extra to it. Obviously, more people, more stalls, but we gotta make sure we talk to everybody because we're trying to do that friendship thing, and I've been pretty bad at it. So let me run around. I'll tell you if there's anything really funny, I'll show what it is. Oh, this is cool. I don't remember if this is in the regular game. Seems like a little pick your own pumpkin patch, which is kind of cool. It's got all the tourists in it. This is actually really cool. Yeah, it is pick your own pumpkin. That's cool. I wonder who planted all the whose pumpkins they are. You know, that's a good way to look at it, Andy. I know it's kind of depressing, but like, you know, I pride myself in what I do. You know, I always talk about him being kind of a grouch, but he is a good guy. You know, I've definitely mentioned that before. He really grew on me. I gave him a bad, you know, mark because he's a Joja guy, but you know, you buy where you can. You know, I can respect that. Yo, Mayor, let's get started. Well, D, it's the big day. Our most important festival of the year, the Stardew Valley Fair. If you'd like to participate by setting up a grange display, I've left an empty stand for you. Just let me know after you've set everything up so we can get to the judging. I'm going to let you get to the judging because I forgot that he has to walk around and actually look. I only had enough time to quadruple my stars from 1 to 4 by paying 50 gold for 1 star. Hey, congratulations, you won first place with a rating of 102. I'll take it. Prize 1,000 star tokens, spend them wisely. Oh, and don't forget to clean out your grange display box. I'm going to do that first because I always forget about it. Luckily, we do get a little bit of other stuff. We've got the Lost and Found where that stuff all ends up. I'm now going to play this. Boom. It's like 3 to 1 chance, green to orange. So bet a little, go green. And if you lose, you just don't bet everything, you know what I mean? So it's pretty much the way to do it. I'm going to grind this out. I'm going to just get us to, I think I want to go over 2,000. 2,000's for the star. And then we'll just need to kind of go from there. I want to say it's 2,400 to buy what we need. There are a couple other cool games here. I will show them off before we finish up today. This is going to end up being a little bit of a longer episode, but I think that's fine. Trade in your star tokens for prizes. So we've got our star drop for 2K. And, oh, it's 1,000. Why did I think that was 400? And you can go for the Furniture Catalog 2 for 9,999. It's also a good time if you are a Rare Crow person. It's obviously the extra 800. I'm going to see about getting the rest of this. So I'm going to star drop it so that I can't get below my 2K. We're going to play a couple of games, and then I'm going to do some more gambling. So let's show off the games. You found a star drop. Your mind is filled with thoughts of pretzels. Yum yum. So this one I do a ton. The fishing one I've done a bunch. And I do the strength one off and on. You can only get a max of 1 token on that one. But let's head on in here. Slingshot. I've never really been good at this one. Mainly because I never use the slingshot. And you get, like, accuracy bonuses, multi-hit bonuses, stuff like that, but I, as I said, have never really been good at this, so... And clip. Haha. Oh, I thought that was it. And couple missed. Yeah. Oh, that was a timer. Accuracy, 92% accuracy was not terrible. 22 out of 25 successful shots. 142 points with 124 star tokens. So that's actually not a bad way to do it. That one is it feels a little bit quicker because you don't have a lot of time stoppage on it. Can we actually do this one? No, this one I think, according to the tourist, is darts. I'm horrible at throwing darts. There goes another 15G. This one you can buy 1 token for 50 gold, so that's a little bit expensive. This one is the fishing minigame. I usually mess around with this. This is the one I really play the most because it is kind of easy. Point-wise, it does take a while. You do not use your fishing rod. You use a fishing rod that they provide. You get points on number of fish and catch rate of fish. I think this is like a catfish. Our nemesis. Yeah, total number of fish, and you get a perfect bonus. It was a catfish. You also do get a perfect bonus, and the higher type of fish, the more points you get. So that catfish, even though it was a mess to catch, was 49 points, whereas that fish right there was worth 20 points. And I caught it on perfect. So, the harder the fish, the more points you can get. You know, I've never actually hooked a catfish in this before, so it is actually kind of new. Usually I get like perch. You know, perch and carp. So low fish type, so not a lot of points, but I usually get a good haul with the perfection bonus from it, so. Whereas this one, I'm definitely not getting a high perfection bonus. And my number of fish caught was really small. But overall quality of fish was pretty good. So 5 fish for 187 points, plus 10 points for 1 perfection. But you do get a larger amount of tokens here. Obviously, I'm not the best at the slingshot game, so maybe that one is the better option. It really depends on what you're better at. And I'm better at clicking a mouse and following a fish. And then there is a fortune teller down here. I don't think I ever really go to the fortune teller. So let's go check out the fortune teller real quick. We were down here earlier, but I didn't talk to her. Ah, yes, my crystal ball is swirling with visions of your future, young one. Sure, read my fortune for 100 gold. Ah, yes, I see you at the beach. There's some kind of event taking place. You walk up to Robin and say something funny. It seems like you two are good friends. Oh, it's dark, and I see you and a certain young man. He looks a little bashful, but happy to be with you. What's the young man's name? I believe it starts with an H. I'm gonna go with... The only H name I can think of is Henry. But he's not a young man. The crystal ball has moved on. I see you somewhere dark. But there you are, inspecting a marvelous gemstone. It's glistening in the light of a small lantern. Ah, the crystal ball has gone dim. That's all I can do for you, young one. Now just keep in mind that the future isn't set in stone. Whatever I've told you here today can still be changed if you set your heart on it. Alright, so I want to check. Yeah, because Robin is my top friend, so that makes sense there. But who's the other H? So we've got Harvey. No, that's the only guy with an H. Huh. I don't know, her description didn't make it sound like Harvey. I don't know. Oh, Harvey is dateable. Oh, because he is... He's the only single person that He's the single person that I have the highest friendship with. That's funny. Okay, that's how that works. That's cool. Alright, let's buy ourselves the last item we need while we're here. And then we will head on home and call it a day. There's our prize ticket. We got our star drop. And we are officially done at the Stardew Valley Fair. All in all, I had a good time with it. I do like the fair. I think it is, it's a good way to kind of like show where you're at in the game. Like, don't get me wrong, yeah, you can just go and pick out, you know, the best ever items, but it's just kind of nice to see that growth. I think that's going to be a good spot for us to wrap it up today. We didn't get all of our stuff done, which is kind of a bummer, but we did get our greenhouse done. We did get 1 out of 2 of the dwarf scrolls we were looking at, and we are one step closer to having the community center done. All we have left is winter forageables for the crafts room, 2 fish for the fish tank. 1 we should probably already have caught. It's the wood skip. The puffer fish, definitely could have caught that if I was thinking about it, but it escaped my mind. And then we do have these guys here. These ones I think will be the next ones we work through. Obviously we'll get the jack-o'-lantern towards the end of the year. I was told something about this recently. We'll go over that once we start working on this next episode. And then we need a duck feather, and then 3 apples and a little bit of hay. So our biggest grind is probably going to be the 3 apples. Actually saving up the 10 milk, and then the duck feather. So we're definitely have to start putting into our animal infrastructure and get a lot more stuff up and going over here. But I think we'll be able to do that going forward. Oh, the survival burger. Sorry, I just got distracted. Why we had 13 earlier. I ate a burger off the grill. And it gives you +3 foraging. Brain. It works well. But yeah, as I was saying, sorry. I think this is where we're going to wrap it up today. So as always, I want to thank you for stopping in. I hope you did enjoy, and I hope you have a nice night, day, morning, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. This is my defense. I hope to see you again soon. Peace.